You've probably heard the saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." But what if some fruits actually invite the doctor over after age 50? As we get older, our metabolism slows down, blood sugar becomes harder to manage, and certain fruits that were once healthy might no longer be doing us any favors. In today's video, we're diving into the 5 fruits that can help support your heart, brain, and energy levels after 50. And we're also revealing 3 fruits you might want to limit or avoid entirely, especially if you're concerned about blood sugar, inflammation, or digestive issues. Stick around. What you learn in the next few minutes could change the way you shop for fruit forever. Fruit is nature's candy, but after 50, not all of it is as sweet as it seems. While fruits are packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber, some are also loaded with natural sugars and can spike your blood glucose levels just as quickly as a candy bar. Others may trigger bloating, acid reflux, or even make joint pain worse. So how do you know what to eat and what to skip? We're going to break it all down for you in today's video. You'll discover the 5 fruits that should be on your weekly grocery list if you want to support healthy aging, the 3 fruits that could be quietly sabotaging your health goals, and the simple swaps you can make without sacrificing taste or nutrition. Plus, we'll share tips on the best times to eat fruit, how much is too much, and what to pair with fruit to slow sugar absorption naturally. Let's get into the first fruit that deserves a place in your fridge, especially if you're over 50 and serious about protecting your heart. Number 1. Blueberries, the brain booster. Blueberries aren't just delicious, they're tiny powerhouses for your brain. These little berries are packed with anthocyanins, a type of antioxidant that's been linked to better memory, sharper focus, and reduced brain aging. In fact, studies have shown that older adults who consume blueberries regularly experience slower cognitive decline compared to those who don't. But that's not all. Blueberries also help lower blood pressure, improve insulin sensitivity, fight inflammation, which is a root cause of many age-related diseases. What makes blueberries ideal after 50 is their low glycemic index, meaning they won't spike your blood sugar like bananas or grapes might. And because they're high in fiber, they help keep your digestion smooth, an often overlooked bonus as we age. Try adding a handful of fresh or frozen blueberries to your morning oatmeal, Greek yogurt, or even a smoothie. Just avoid store-bought blueberry juices or jams. Those are often loaded with added sugars that undo all the good stuff. Here's a tip. Go for wild blueberries if you can find them. They're smaller but contain more antioxidants per serving than the cultivated kind. Want to protect your brain, joints, and heart all in one bite? Blueberries are the way to go. Next up is a fruit that your digestive system will thank you for. Number 2. Papaya, the gentle digestive healer. If you've been dealing with bloating, constipation, or sluggish digestion after meals, papaya might be your new best friend. This tropical fruit is loaded with papain, a natural enzyme that helps your body break down proteins and improve nutrient absorption. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid and fewer enzymes, making it harder to digest food efficiently. That's why papaya can be so helpful. It gives your digestion a natural boost without relying on medications. Papaya is also high in vitamin C, which supports the immune system and skin health. A great source of folate, important for brain function. Full of carotenoids, antioxidants that protect your eyes and heart. Another bonus? It's anti-inflammatory. That's great news for your joints, especially if you struggle with arthritis or stiffness in the morning. Just be sure to eat papaya ripe, as unripe versions can be harder to digest and may even cause stomach upset. You can scoop it into a bowl, add a squeeze of lime juice, and enjoy it as a refreshing breakfast or snack. Looking for a natural way to relieve indigestion and nourish your gut? Papaya is one fruit you'll want to reach for often. Now let's move on to a fruit that's earned a bad reputation, but only when eaten the wrong way. Number 3. Apples, the heart hero, when you eat the peel. You've heard apples are good for you, but did you know most of the health benefits are in the peel? That's right. Apple peels are rich in quercetin, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound that can help reduce blood pressure and LDL cholesterol. Quercetin also supports lung function and may even fight off allergies. Apples also deliver soluble fiber in the form of pectin, which feeds good gut bacteria and helps lower cholesterol. A solid dose of vitamin C for immune health. A low glycemic load, making them a smart snack even for those watching their blood sugar. But here's the catch. Not all apples are created equal. Some varieties like Red Delicious and Granny Smith are higher in antioxidants, while sweeter ones like Fuji and Gala contain more sugar. So if you're concerned about glucose spikes, opt for tart apples and always pair them with a healthy fat like almond butter or a few walnuts to slow down absorption. Also, skip the processed apple products like applesauce, apple juice, or dried apple snacks. These often have added sugars and preservatives that cancel out the benefits. For maximum nutrition, go organic when possible. Apple peels can carry pesticide residues, and organic varieties tend to have higher polyphenol content. Crunchy, satisfying, and incredibly heart-friendly, apples absolutely earn a spot on your yes list after 50. Coming up next, a sweet, juicy fruit that's not doing your joints or your waistline any favors. Number 4. Avocados, the fatty fruit that fights inflammation. Technically a fruit, avocado is one of the best things you can eat after 50. It's low in sugar, rich in fiber, and packed with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, the kind that support joint flexibility, reduce belly fat, and help control cholesterol. What makes avocados stand out for older adults? It's loaded with potassium, more than a banana, which helps regulate blood pressure. It provides magnesium, a mineral many seniors lack, supporting muscle function and sleep. It's high in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant, linked to lower rates of cognitive decline. But perhaps the biggest win? Avocados are deeply anti-inflammatory, which is critical if you suffer from joint pain, stiffness, or chronic inflammatory conditions like arthritis or heart disease. The healthy fats also help you absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K more effectively. So if you're eating salads or vegetables, adding a few slices of avocado ensures your body can actually use the nutrients you're consuming. Worried about the calories? A half avocado has about 120 calories, but the fiber and fats make you feel full longer, so you're less likely to snack on less healthy choices. Avocados are also blood sugar friendly, with nearly zero impact on insulin levels. You can add them to salads, mash them on whole grain toast, blend into smoothies, or simply eat them with a dash of lemon and sea salt. A daily dose of avocado could be one of the simplest and tastiest ways to keep inflammation down, memory sharp, and hunger in check after age 50. So far, we've covered 4 fruits that should be on your plate regularly. But now, let's look at some fruits that could be secretly sabotaging your health, even though they seem innocent at first glance. 3 fruits to avoid or limit after age 50. Now let's talk about the 3 fruits that might be better left off your plate, or at least enjoyed in strict moderation. While these are still natural foods, they come with risks for older adults dealing with metabolic slowdown, insulin resistance, and inflammation. Let's dive in. Number 1. Grapes, high sugar, low fiber. Grapes may be small, but they pack a surprising amount of natural sugar and almost no fiber, which means they spike your blood sugar quickly. 1 cup of grapes contains nearly 24 grams of sugar and just 1 gram of fiber. That's basically the same sugar load as a candy bar, without the satisfaction of chocolate. For older adults with prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, or metabolic syndrome, grapes can be problematic. The sugar rush may also cause a crash later, leading to more cravings and fatigue. And since grapes are so small and sweet, it's easy to eat them mindlessly. You could consume 100 calories in grapes in under 60 seconds. Now, that's not to say grapes are all bad. They do contain resveratrol, an antioxidant linked to heart health. But the doses in grapes are tiny compared to what's used in studies, and red wine or grape seed extract may be a better way to access it without the sugar spike. Better alternative: swap grapes for blackberries or raspberries. They're lower in sugar, higher in fiber, and packed with anti-aging antioxidants. Number 2. Bananas, good for energy, but bad for sugar balance. Bananas are another tricky one. They're convenient, portable, and rich in potassium, but also very high in sugar, especially ripe bananas. As bananas ripen, their starches convert to glucose, making them one of the highest glycemic fruits around. 1 medium banana contains about 14 grams of sugar and just 3 grams of fiber. Not a great ratio if you're trying to stabilize your blood sugar or control your weight. They're fine for athletes or those with high energy needs, but for seniors who are mostly sedentary, bananas can lead to a sugar surge followed by an energy dip. That said, unripe or green bananas are lower in sugar and higher in resistant starch, which acts like fiber and supports gut health. You can also slice bananas thinly and pair with healthy fat, like peanut butter or unsweetened yogurt, to blunt the glycemic load. Better alternative: go for apples or kiwi instead. Both offer more balanced sugar-to-fiber ratios and additional antioxidant support. Number 3. Dried fruits, concentrated sugar bombs. Dried fruits like raisins, dates, dried mango, and figs may sound healthy, but they're often worse than candy in terms of sugar content and blood glucose impact. Why? Because the water has been removed, which concentrates the sugars dramatically. For example, 1 small box of raisins contains 34 grams of sugar, more than 2 glazed donuts, and very little fiber or volume to fill you up. Worse, many dried fruits are coated in added sugar or preservatives like sulfur dioxide, which can irritate digestion and trigger headaches in sensitive individuals. Even if it's just natural sugar, your body doesn't know the difference when it comes to insulin response. And because dried fruits are chewy and easy to overeat, they can cause major spikes in blood sugar, especially dangerous if you have insulin resistance or prediabetes. Better alternative: try fresh or frozen fruits instead. You get more volume, water, fiber, and satiety per calorie. If you must have dried fruit, limit to 1 to 2 tablespoons and pair with nuts to slow sugar absorption. So, if you're serious about keeping your energy up, your blood sugar stable, and your weight in check after 50, it's smart to limit grapes, ripe bananas, and dried fruits, and instead focus on the low-sugar, high-fiber options we've discussed. Bonus number 1. Kiwi, the sleep and digestion fruit. Don't underestimate this fuzzy little green gem. Kiwi is loaded with vitamin C more than an orange, and it's also a surprising ally for both better sleep and digestion. Studies have shown that eating 2 kiwis about an hour before bed can help people fall asleep faster and sleep more soundly. That's thanks to kiwis' natural serotonin content, plus antioxidants that may reduce nighttime inflammation. Kiwis also contain actinidin, an enzyme that aids protein digestion, especially helpful for seniors who struggle with post-meal bloating or discomfort. They're gentle on the stomach, low in sugar, and high in fiber. And yes, you can eat the skin. It's loaded with additional fiber and nutrients. Just be sure to wash it well. Bonus number 2. Pomegranate, the heart and memory protector. Pomegranate seeds, also called arils, are bursting with polyphenol antioxidants that help protect your arteries and reduce oxidative stress in the brain. Pomegranate juice has been shown to reduce arterial plaque, improve memory recall, and even help lower blood pressure. But the juice is concentrated, so it's better to eat the seeds whole, where you also get the fiber. Pomegranates can be sprinkled on salads, blended into smoothies, or eaten as a snack. They're sweet, tart, and a powerful addition to an anti-aging fruit routine. Together, kiwi and pomegranate round out your senior-friendly fruit toolkit, supporting sleep, digestion, heart health, and brain performance. There's one more fruit we need to talk about: dried fruit. It might seem harmless because, well, it's just fruit, right? But dried fruits like raisins, dried mangoes, or banana chips can have up to 3 times the sugar and calories of their fresh counterparts. When you remove the water, you're left with concentrated sugar and less fiber to slow it down. That spike in blood sugar can be dangerous, especially for seniors with insulin resistance, prediabetes, or weight concerns. Dried fruits also often come with added preservatives like sulfites, which can cause allergic reactions or worsen asthma symptoms in sensitive individuals. And let's not forget the portion control issue. It's far easier to eat a handful of raisins than to eat a whole bunch of grapes, but the sugar impact is much higher with the dried version. Instead of reaching for that trail mix with sweetened cranberries, consider a handful of fresh berries and a few almonds. You'll still get a satisfying crunch, but with blood sugar, friendly fiber, and healthy fats to balance it out. Now, let's briefly touch on how to make fruits a smarter part of your diet overall. It's not just what you eat, it's when and how. Pairing fruit with protein or fat, like an apple with peanut butter or grapes with a piece of cheese, can significantly reduce blood sugar spikes and help you feel fuller longer. Also, spread fruit intake throughout the day. Eating 2 bananas at once isn't the same as having half in the morning and the other half later in the day. This small change can ease digestion and minimize insulin load, which becomes increasingly important after age 50. As we wrap up, it's important to remember, fruits aren't the enemy, even the ones we suggested you avoid. They simply need to be approached more strategically as we age. Metabolism slows down, insulin sensitivity shifts, and certain fruits that were once harmless could now pose risks when eaten in excess. That doesn't mean you should fear natural sugar. It just means being aware. Swapping a high-sugar fruit for one with fiber, water, and antioxidants could be a simple daily upgrade that protects your heart, supports brain function, and eases digestion. Ultimately, moderation and balance are key. You don't have to cut out all high-sugar fruits, but you do want to be intentional about what you eat, how much, and what it's paired with. So if you're over 50 and want to feel lighter, think sharper, and protect your long-term health, start with your fruit bowl. One better choice today could mean more energy, fewer cravings, and a healthier you tomorrow. Let's quickly recap the 5 fruits you should reach for regularly. 1. Berries, packed with antioxidants and low in sugar. 2. Avocados. Yes, it's a fruit, full of healthy fats and fiber. 3. Apples. Great for digestion and steady energy. 4. Kiwi. Loaded with vitamin C and supports sleep and immunity. 5. Grapefruit. A heart-healthy option when eaten safely with your medications. And now, the 3 you might want to minimize or avoid. 1. Grapes in excess. Delicious, but can spike blood sugar. 2. Bananas, especially overripe. High in sugar, low in fiber. 3. Dried fruits. Concentrated sugar bombs with little water or fiber. Don't worry, you don't need to memorize this. Just remember the principle: fiber, water, and balance. The more hydrated and fiber-rich the fruit, the more senior-friendly it is. The next time you're in the produce aisle, use this guide to build a fruit strategy that truly supports your health after 50. Before we go, here's a powerful reminder. Small choices create big results. You don't need a perfect diet, just a little more awareness. That morning swap from a banana to a handful of blueberries? That's not just lowering sugar, it's protecting your brain, your heart, and your joints. And if you're thinking about building a longer, more vibrant life, your fruit choices matter just as much as your workouts or sleep. Eating for your age means being mindful of how your body has changed and how it responds now to sugar, fiber, and nutrients. If today's video helped you rethink your fruit habits, do your future self a favor. Start applying one tip this week. Just one. Swap, reduce, or add. It all adds up. And if you know someone over 50 who's struggling with blood sugar, weight, or energy crashes, share this video with them. Sometimes the right information at the right time changes everything. Thanks for watching. And remember, your best health isn't behind you. It's still ahead.